It's August paper pumpkin time. I think my box has an interesting trip on its way to my house, but it's all here. Karen Titus stamping on the back porch. And we're going to play with this kit. I'm just going to tell you right up front, this isn't something I would love. So these are great cards, and maybe if I had kids that were still at home, young enough and in sports or something. These are the kits, the cards that come in the kit that you can make several of. So I always make one of each of those, and then I do alternatives. And so I'm going to show you what I am loving making with the set. And that's what I think is really awesome about a kit like this, because you can make it your own style. It just gives you the raw materials to work with. So this says you deserve a medal. This one says world's greatest teacher. This is a shaker card, which is cool, and it's you're the best. Okay, so this is what comes from there. These are, now I've made a few cards. I still have a bunch more pieces. So you have this great little stamp set. That's the only stamp I'm using today. Awesome envelopes, but of course we're going to make more cards than come with it. And I've got all these pieces left. The thing that's really cool about this set is some of the pieces, like there are a lot of circles, and even the gold, you could just add more just with your circle punches and what you have at home. And then there are a whole bunch of these little flower pieces. So I'm going to set these, and of course with your paper pumpkin, you get directions on making everything. You get everything. You get your dimensionals there, and Pacific Point is the color we're working with. I'm going to set that aside. And first I wanted to talk a little bit about these shaker cards. So you get 3 of them, and what an easy way to put together these are. So this is just amazing. So I have my white card base, and then this is the frame for the shaker part. I will put that on. Now I'm going to add in a bunch of these little stars, these fun little sequins. I'll do quite a few there because I've got quite a few left. I don't like putting them on individually. If you notice, there were some on the cards, but I'm not putting them on my cards. So I was just being a little too impatient here. That's on a day when I am ready to really putz. I was going to show one. See? Like here, but they're pretty just scattered all over. Okay, now I'm going to put the window sheet on. And remember, all of this comes in your kit. Put that over. And even this comes. Okay, so this was a blue circle in here. I'm going to pop this out. And now this is totally ready to put right on top. Let's see if I can do that while I'm on camera here. But how cool is that? And we have a shaker card. Now I took this part right here, and I just left off the ribbons and things, as I didn't really want it to be like a trophy. And so instead I just did the rest. I love this you're the best. I've got my ribbon and all that, so I'm going to attach this, and I would just use this far more. So I'm going to put on my I'm going to put it off to the side here a little bit. I'm just going to make it a little bit different. And I'm going to put you're the best. And then this little word friend is another little stamp set here. There's teacher, friend, kid, coach. And I'm just going to put it here. And I thought this is much more like what I would send. You're the best friend. Okay, so I can do 3 of those. Now you'll notice I have this thing popped out, so I thought, oh, what could I do with that? Okay, so I took one of these. There are several of these. Here's another one. They're both green and this. So this is just popped out, and this fits. It's the same size, and I thought, ooh, I liked that. So I stamped from the same stamp set. This calls for a celebration, and I'm just going to lay one of these across the top. Okay, so I'm going to put this on first. The nice thing about these kits is, they make just some quick cards. And then you've got card stamp on hand. They're also great to take on vacation or somewhere where you know you might be sitting a while. I often find that if I'm sitting with someone in the hospital or a nursing home, back when we could do that more, you know. This would just be perfect to have this kind of thing to work on. And now I'm going to use dimensionals. Oh, I do have a few here. I said if I remembered them, but I do have some. Good. So I'm going to pop this part up. So I'll put them in the corner, and I'm going to put a couple closer too because I want to make sure I catch the flower, the whatever this little plant thing is. I want it loose like that because I just think that makes a really cool look. So now I'll take these pieces off. And of course, I will have several of these pieces to make cards like this out of. I'm just showing you one of them here. I probably put more on here than I needed. And this would be like cue the music. I just thought this makes, okay, oh, that was a little too close to the edge, so I'll take it off and move it. Okay. And oops, I have to do this. I don't know why psychologically it's easier to look at it the right way, as it really doesn't make any difference. But I thought, but isn't that a pretty card? Now there are these little stars I could put around, but instead I took out of my gem box just a few of these. I thought, oh, I like these really well, so I'm going to put one down there. And you know what? I'm going to leave it because sometimes you know you do one step too far, but I could add more. But I thought that okay. So here's one card that I could make a few out of, and then I took two of the cards. The fronts and backs are all like this, so they're like this. So this would be my card. Well, I just don't really need fancy backs of cards, so I like to cut them up and use them for something else. I already did the other section of this, so I'm going to show you how I did this. So this is the front, and I'm going to cut these at 5 inches and 3 3/4. And then, still keeping them together, I'm going to make a bunch of these cards because I just absolutely love this layout. And I thought this paper just made me think this would be fun to do. So I cut that away, corner to corner, leaving them together. I'm going to turn it this way and cut it again. And now I can make 2 cards that are going to be like this. So I will take 2 going this way to get all the right pieces here together, and then the sides going like this. But okay, for the sake of time, I've already done 2, so I will have 4 when these are done. So I'm going to set that aside. And so here's one that's done, and then this is what I'm going to put on top. Again, I'm using the same things, but I thought you're the best friend. That is the kind of card that I would that I would send. So I will attach that. And then on this one, okay, we have this trophy. I'm one of those people. I'm not into trophies anyway. So we're going to, you know, the big joke now is everyone gets a participation trophy. So I always think it's kind of funny. So I will turn it into a planter, or, you know, whatever you call those things instead. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. And this says, "You're the best friend." And now I'm going to attach a couple of these. Let's see, it's going to go this way. I think these are just really nice, soft, pretty pieces. Okay, so I could put 2 or 3 in there. This is going to be card, and I will put those down. I'm going to attach them on the next card, so I won't attach them here twice, so we can just do it once. But then I will pop this up, and that will be that card. And I can take this design, I can create anything from other things that I have to finish these off. And then the last one, now I have this, so I can make a few cards like this, because of course I'm not going to use this the way it is either. So I'm going to cut, let's do a 2-inch, and I'll do 2 of them. I'll make 2 of these cards, and I still have this to work with. So now I'm going to take, I'll just make one here, but you'll see that I have one I can set aside and work on here. So I'm going to put this on, and then I'm going to use, I have a couple of these, so now I'm going to use this. So what I'm going to do with this, again, is I'm going to put these on. So here's my idea. I'm going to put 2 or 3, I actually might put 3 on here, and then I'm just going to put friend, and I think this is a beautiful card. I love this. Okay, so this suits me. So if you are a member over in the Back Porch Stampers, I love to have you post what you make if you get paper pumpkin, because we're all about sharing ideas. Now again, I can leave these really loose. I tend to like things loose in my card when I can, but if I want to attach them and not have them show, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to take my multi-purpose glue pen and a silicone mat, dab a little glue there, spread this out, and then when this dries, you aren't going to see anything. And I'm not putting it all over because I do want it to be a little bit, just a little bit light, a little bit loose. Okay, but isn't that a pretty look? So we're going to do one there, and then we'll do another one right on top of it, or right next to it. I'm just dabbing a little bit on. Let's put one here, and yes, I'm going to do one more. This last one, I'm kind of making these all go the same way. Let's see, but I don't really like it going that way. So we're gonna stick with this. It all works. And this one, I'm only going to put on the bottom. I'm going to leave the top loose so that it might give a little more feeling there. So when you're watching this is just an encouragement to, subscriptions are just a great idea to get a kit in a box. But then no, you don't need to do what comes in the box. You can do exactly that, or you can do totally different things and come up with your own cards. So I'm going to pop this little friend up on dimensionals. And put my little friend there. Whoa, so I guess I can't show that one, but let me see. We can put a couple. Now, if my cameraman were just paying attention, here are a few, trying to get his attention so I can show this. These are just a few of the cards then, and this, of other things that you can do with your kit. So have fun with it. Thanks.